All right, here we go. Aloha, team, shifters, friends. Thank you so much for watching this video. This is Brendan, and of course, of ParadigmShiftCentral.com. And I wanted to be able to create this video to be able to give you guys some information of what is in store for the future of Paradigm Shift, to be able to give you a little bit of the behind the scenes, to be able to help build the hype as things get ready to unfold into new phases and new evolution within the community project. So for those of you who may not be entirely familiar, again, I honestly just want to make this video to be able to practice like talking to you, to share with you some of the new inspiration that's been coming through, the things that I've been working on behind the scenes. And so very simply put, if someone were to ask me, what is Paradigm Shift Central? Paradigm Shift Central is a community of conscious media creators and leaders helping make a difference in this world. It is also a platform or a broadcast network to be able to host the content of these creators and to be able to build a community of people who are in that same vibration of wanting to be able to make a difference, wanting to be able to work on themselves, leveling up into their own abilities as creators, stepping into their own potential as leaders, and all those awesome things. So with Paradigm Shift Central, it has continued to go through many different stages of growth and evolution over the years, the 10 years that we've been working on this project. So there's a lot that I've had to be able to learn from. And every time we move forward, I'm really just like working on crystallizing it to really be able to focus on how to be able to create potent, sacred digital space for community. That is essentially like part of my objective. Like, yes, you may know me as a YouTuber myself and as a creator, but as a facilitator, my primary objective amongst several objectives is to be able to create the space, to be able to create the sacred digital space for the community. So let me just check out my notes right here. So with what's been happening within the Paradigm Shift Central project, over the years, it's kind of gone through this process, much like a breath. So it's kind of like expanded, and then at times it's kind of like gotten smaller. And right now we're at a process where we're kind of in that small breath stage and we're getting ready to expand. And this is awesome because this means that like as we get to grow out, again, I want to be able to like really do it in the best way possible. So a big part of what's going to be happening within the future for Paradigm Shift Central is the new platform that we're going to be utilizing through our team chats, and also the new Paradigm Shift Central app, and also the team Instagram page, and how those three things are going to be able to exist as like a single ecosystem. So keeping it, just making sure I want to be able to explain this in the best order. So giving you some clarity as to what the future is going to look like for the project, a lot of my inspiration has come from being able to study physical communities. And so, for example, in the recent, not too long past, I was taking part at, it was like a local gathering, basically like a hippie party in the woods, right? And I've gone to plenty of these. And while I was there, I was really there with that intention of like studying. I'm like, okay, what makes this work? What helps facilitate this growth here? And a lot of inspiration came out of that. And so being able to look at what works for the physical development of community and applying that to the digital space has taught me a lot. So right now with what I'm doing, you can think of this space as being like having like a physical version of it. And if that's the case, right now what I'm doing is I'm preparing the land. I'm getting things ready. I'm getting things in place before we start inviting a lot of people in. And even before we start inviting like everyone in, my next step, once I create the infrastructure, which is at the point of this video, just where we are right now, is to begin inviting in that first inner circle of people. And so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be inviting that first inner circle of about like probably like 15, 20 people who I've been working with for quite a while, and people who have been familiar with my project, who I vibe well with. And together we're going to start like really preparing the space, again, kind of like tend to the land, move some things around, clear out some things, set some examples, create some like decorations and things like that. And then we start to bring in more people. And that first group of 20 people help lead. They help set the example. They help give direction. They help, answer questions where people might have questions. And so that's kind of the model that we're in right now, is just kind of like preparing the land, preparing the space, having that first group of people, and then opening it up into the bigger project. Now let me tell you a little bit about like what this space looks like, and again, like how I'm really confident about it, because it's interesting, because it was one of those things where I was working on it in a different way, and then after kind of coming back from my time on the land, I kind of had like some more insight, some more clarity on some inspiration. I'm like, oh wow, like that's a great idea. How did I never think of that before? That will work wonderfully. Let's start moving things in that direction. So the way how things are going to work is that the project itself, the platform itself, will be a mix between our Discord chat, which is something that we've had plenty of times in the past, and now I'm actually creating a brand new Discord chat, and our new updated Paradigm Shift Central mobile app. We did have the app in the past, but now I've like gone back and I've kind of like remodeled it around everything that we've been creating. And also the new Paradigm Shift Central team Instagram page, which will be used to help grow the audience and help feature additional content for creators and linking people back to the app itself. So I'm going to explain real quick, like how does the Discord, and of course the main website, which kind of links into all of this. How does the Discord app function? How does the app function? And how does the team Instagram function? And then that's pretty much the end of the video. And again, also from there, I'll just give you, again, more clarity on how you can be involved with this. So if you're watching this video, thank you. If this is something where you've been following my work for a while and you like the idea of like either just watching a community of conscious media creators and leaders, or more directly kind of being involved with it, then yeah, stay tuned, because that's what I'm talking about right now. I'm gonna keep this video like under 10 minutes. So the Discord chat is a platform. Discord is the name of an app, and we've been using Discord for quite a while. And again, we've gone through different iterations of it. We've gone through different formats of just kind of like allowing people to come into this space and create and meet each other. What we're doing moving forward, the format that we're going to be using, is that the Discord chat has several different channels. One of those channels will be the public Discord chat, and the other channels will be private channels that will be accessible for people who are leading members within Paradigm Shift. And so the term leading members is essentially what we're referring to as like the people who are contributing to the Patreon at the $10 a month plus level. So to become a leading member within Paradigm Shift, which I'll explain, gives you like all sorts of awesome stuff and access to like the other aspects of the community. That involves being a Patreon supporter for the $10 a month level or higher. It'd be like pay what you wish between like $10 and like $1 million, right? Value is very subjective. But of course that supports the community, supports the growth, supports the evolution, supports the time that I put into facilitating it. So the public chat within the Discord will be something that anybody can have access to. So much like in the same way how, again, modeling this out the physical land, we want to be able to have that land. So like once the land's ready, once that first group of us have kind of like done the ritual, kind of like gotten the routines in place, we'll start opening up the land and we'll start saying to people, you know, like, come on to the land, check it out, come party with us, come vibe, come talk to us. That will be the public chat. And so people will be able to get their foot in the door, kind of check it out, feel it out, talk to me, talk to other creators. And then if they want to go deeper, again, that's when they be like, oh, sweet, I want to be a leading member. I want to be able to contribute. I want to be able to get access to the other aspects of the chat. And the other aspects of the chat include like additional discussions. They include a team journal page where it's like within the Discord. It's like us kind of like logging like our shiftivism activity, free hugs, things like that, our synchronicity reports, our dream logs, our intentions, our reflections. And then of course there's like the media production space of the chat, where that's where we're like working on collaborating. You get to be able to like contact me, to be able to like consult with things that you're working on, to be able to give feedback and things like that. And all sorts of other things within the chat. I'm just gonna open it up here, just kind of like mention a couple other things. Study zones, there's like a study zone there, like based on different topics related to like self-mastery, meditation, mindfulness. All of these additional chats, most of them will actually still be viewable for the people who are not leading members, but are still members of the community. So like that's really cool in itself. So people who would be able to like join the Discord, they can chat within the public chat, but they can still see the other chats. So they can see what the leading members are up to. They can be inspired by them. And again, having that as just like a way for them to be able to see what's happening and then to be like, yo, okay, I want to be a part of this. Like, okay, sweet. I'll support. I'll be a leading member. I want to be able to like invest in myself and invest in the community in that way. So that's the Discord. The Paradigm Shift Central mobile app, parallel with the main website, is going to be functioned in a way where it just like puts everything in one place, where you'll be able to get like the information coming to you in a super sufficient way, where basically it's broken up into 4 main categories: your main feeds, your primary tools, your auxiliary resources, and the leading members area. So your main feeds, from the entry point to Paradigm Shift, and I know this video is over 10 minutes, it's okay, but I appreciate you just like listening. From the entry level of Paradigm Shift, we're keeping things like very, very simple. And I know in the past with Paradigm Shift, like that's where sometimes it was challenging because, you know, off the bat, it might have been a little bit too complicated for people. So if someone just lands on Paradigm Shift, like just land on the website, basically they'll be able to see like, sweet, okay, this is where I go to be able to see new content being posted, videos, articles, shift entries, live broadcasts, and I can join the public chat. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. And I can follow on the Instagram. And then if you want to go deeper, you become a leading member, and that's when you kind of get like access to the other spaces where you're creating. So again, within the app, through the main feeds, that's all like the public stuff where you'll be able to see the live broadcasts that are happening. And I'll mention to you a bit about that. The live broadcasts are also something that the leading members also get to be able to join on air. We're going to start doing some new live broadcasts that we're going to be calling Synergy Circles. And again, that's where like the leading members, they get to join on air for that. So there's additional perks for the leading members beyond just the chat. And so there will also be, obviously, like within the feeds, there'll be like the broadcast recordings, new shift challenges is going to be a thing that we're going to be doing, which are going to be like social media challenges where I'll be like, create a 1-minute video of you talking about something that you're really inspired by or something like that. Or you know, like post a picture of you like holding your free hug sign and tag us. And then that will actually open people up to being able to like win prizes and discounts that we'll be having available as incentives. And then also within the feeds, there's like the shift entries, which are the publications on the main website, which I'll explain a little bit more. And then like videos, links to the team Instagram page, the team journal, which I was talking about earlier. And yeah, that's pretty much the basic of it there. Quite simple. And then from there, it's also like the primary tools, which is like linking people into the public chat, the leading members chat, the voice chat, which again is for leading members, the global team map, the item shop, the community market. So leading members will also have access to the community market where they can post their physical items as well as their services, coaching and things like that. And again, people who aren't leading members, they can still see that. So again, you know, part of the value of what we're creating is we're creating a space where like, you know, if I can create a space where it's like, okay, we got like 1,000+ people looking in this one place, you know, and then for other people to be like, oh sweet, like what are we going to put in there, what are we going to put in that space? Like there's value just in being able to create that space and then providing that access to it for community members. So again, this is creating the platform for people to be able to grow their own brands, to grow their own services, to grow their own networks, to be inspired, to know that their content's reaching people. And again, being a leading member also means that your like videos are getting posted to the new video feed, and you can also create posts as shift entries on the main website, which are going to be going back to almost like the quest journals that we had back in the day. For those of you who are familiar with that, they're going to be kind of like on like between casual and professional. So it's going to kind of be like leaning towards professional, but still being like casual in a sense. And that will be something that, again, it's creating the space for people to play with. So that will be something that like it will kind of evolve over time, but it's really creating the space for people to be inspired and encouraged to journal, to document, you know? So like a shift entry could be a story about like how I went and did free hugs on the weekend, or it could be like an expanded reflection on something that I've recently gone through or learned, or just like an intention. Or it could be a detailed dream log as well. So things within the team journals, which is just a Discord chat, can be like kind of like early versions of what may become shift entries. Another really cool thing within the app, sorry, I got a little bit of a cold right now, you can tell. is going to be an AR scanner for buttons. So the shift buttons, you know, there's like a whole bunch of them. Eye of Ra, there's other ones with like the paradigm shift sigil on it. What we're going to be able to have is people will be able to scan these, and then it like links them to like a hidden video or a hidden message or like a PDF or information about what that symbol is. That's still stuff that I'm like building, but the potential's there, which is really, really cool. And yeah, and then also within the app, there will also be journaling tools, which is free. You don't have to be a leading member for that, but it's basically just like a centralized place where it allows you to create tech like documents and audio recordings to make it super easy for you. Instead of having to like go to your other apps and kind of split it across your phone, you can just have your journal entries like right within your app, which is pretty cool. And so as a leading member, that's useful. Even as just a regular member, it's still very useful. And then there's other stuff within the app, and again, I know I'm just talking to you about it opposed to like showing it to you, but you'll be able to see it in due time. The auxiliary resources within the app, in due time, there will be the link to the Shifter's Guide to the Matrix, which is kind of like more information about ways that I've kind of like written up in guidance about how to be able to like do free hugs and how to work on yourself and practice meditation, how to create physical paradigm shift communities. So that will be available in the future down the road. It's still in development. Auxiliary resources will also give people access to the study zones, which again is like what the lead members are contributing to in the chat, guided meditations, all the archives, archive for like featured YouTubers, content creators list, which is like a more in-depth list, not just YouTube, video randomizer, Team SoundCloud, the movies, and a place called Vibe Zone, which is going to be kind of like a place where people can go to like find cool videos and music and psychedelic visuals and stuff like that. And then, yeah, and then the leading members area is just kind of within the app. It kind of just links people to the other resources that leading members also have access to, which again is like publishing shift entries to the main website. It allows them to see like the behind the scenes and the publication pipeline. So it shows them like what's being worked on, as well as like, or what's coming up in the publication, and then project assignments and development. It allows people to see like what people are working on and where the status of that. And it'll also give people a place to like be able to collaborate on projects together. Leading members will also get access to like to media resources such as like meme backgrounds, so like graphics that they can use to build their own content with, ready to use videos that they'll be able to use, like graphics, ready to use music from community members that we've like have like permission to be able to use so that you can create your own content, the Team Google Drive, and also the Notion organizer. Notion's another app used for like organizing, which we're kind of using in correlation with this. And another thing that we've created called the Life Hacker template, which is like a organizer within Notion, which is kind of like a daily journaling thing. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much like what's on the app. So again, it's pretty simple. For those who aren't leading members, they'll be able to like have access to the app, and it's just an easy way to be able to also receive push notifications. Push notifications are super effective, where it says like broadcast coming up, tune in. And the broadcast, this is what I'll get into next, and then we'll pretty much wrap it up here. The broadcast that we'll be doing, again, we'll have the synergy circles on. I still have to finalize the schedule for this, but it's going to be like Mondays at 11 a.m. EST, and then Thursdays at 8 p.m. EST, which is like our regular Thursday slot. And so again, this would be a place where leading members are coming together and we're sharing insight. We're kind of like having that community circle, that community gathering, really inspiring each other, practice sharing and practice leading within the community so that anybody can watch these. Only leading members are able to join them, and it'll be through Zoom. So where in the past we use Google Hangout, now that we're using Zoom, it'll be like more people can join in that way. So that's really cool. We can have like up to like 100+ members joining. So again, like part of what we're creating is the idea that it will be able to grow and hold space for like indefinite growth, which is very powerful. And also like within the options for the live broadcasts is also the option for other members in the community to be able to like schedule in their featured broadcasts. So say for example, such and such has a broadcast or an interview that they're doing, and they let me know ahead of time. They're like, okay, we're gonna do this on like Tuesday at 9 p.m. and I can create like the pre-scheduled information about it and link people to that so other people can see it. So again, it's like allowing the platform to not just be the broadcast that I'm hosting, that I'm facilitating, but other people's broadcasts, which is very, very cool. So eventually, as that evolves, you'll begin to see a schedule, you know, like such and such will have a broadcast on Tuesday evenings, and then we got Wednesday evenings, and maybe by, you know, not too distant future, maybe there literally could be like a broadcast kind of every day of the week, theoretically, type thing. And then, yeah, then the other last thing is the team Instagram page, which is Instagram at Paradigm Shift Central. And so the team Instagram page is where we're going to be like featuring content that is created by YouTubers and other like article creations and recurated through the team Instagram, that allows more people to be able to see it. It allows the growth of the single page. But the idea is that like, as we curate content through there and the page grows, eventually that page will have like 1,000, 10,000, 50,000, a million. And then that way, as more content is being published through there, it allows like everyone's content to be seen through this collective platform, which is again like what the same concept is behind the app. But the Instagram page will be a great way to be able to connect with people, which links them into the app, which links them into being a leading member in the community. And again, just helps us really kind of like show the bigger story that we're creating. And that's kind of the vision, is that like, as we document things, there's like this collective voice that comes through. And that's the thing that I'm like super fascinated about, is that like this bigger story that is kind of like seen from the top down perspective. And we'll be able to see that through the app, through the Instagram, and we'll be able to document it and chronicleize it, and very, very cool things. So that's basically it. So again, from like the simplest way, if you're just finding Paradigm Shift, it's a cool place to be able to explore and keep an eye on content being created by community members with the intention to educate, inspire, and entertain and shift consciousness. And there is the public chat, so you can like get involved right away, and you can like connect with other people through there. And then beyond that, there's the option to become the leading member, which again is like when you sign up to the Patreon at the $10 a month level, or contribute more than that. It's totally up to you. It's a sliding scale. And then that gives you access to be able to collaborate on things, to be able to get consultation on media, to be able to have your content featured, to be able to publish to the main website, to be able to have access to the team broadcast and to the private chats, and yeah, and other stuff that just making sure. No, I pretty much mentioned everything. And the other thing that we're going to be doing is also really focusing on ongoing broadcasts through Instagram. So in addition to like kind of like the formal broadcast, there will still be like just casual broadcasts through Instagram. So doing Waking Up with Wolf, we're going to resume that once the time is right. As well as also just, I want to be able to like use the Instagram and invite people on just as a cool way to be able to get to meet people. So, you know, just kind of like go on there and just be able to invite people on and give them a chance to introduce themselves, really create like just like meaningful connection, you know, networking, and just be like, sweet, let's tell me what you're working on, tell me what you're doing, tell me how, you know, how we can kind of like work together and stuff, join the public chat, join as a leading member, let's go a little bit deeper and everything like that. So yeah, so that's what I've been working on. So right now, again, I'm preparing the land, and we're just about ready for, the land is just about ready, where I'm going to start inviting in that inner circle, that first group, and then we're going to start kind of like anchoring in the energies through like ritual and routine and ceremony. We'll do a couple broadcasts, and then we'll start opening it up into the public, and then more people will be able to join. And again, like as people join as leading members, there will be, once they join, there will be like the registration process where there will be like specific guidelines and standards within the community. So they'll be like affirming to those. So like that's very important to be able to have clear guidelines within the community, make sure everyone's on the same page and everything like that. And yeah, and with those models intact and just like really clear intention, and for me to just like keep working on myself. Again, I just say that like this whole project is like holographic, right? So as I like keep working on myself, I'm able to just bring more of that into the project, more of that clarity and inspiration into the project. And again, I feel really excited about this. At the same time, I'm like very like zen patient, but I know that this is something that's going to be like very, very useful for the community. And again, it's something where it's like, as far as I can tell, like this is a need that has yet to be filled. And so it's kind of, this is a chance for us to be able to answer the question of what is needed, and then to be able to create it, to be able to create the space for us to be able to share together and grow together, to create awesome content, to create amazing broadcasts that are going to inspire people, to encourage people to take real world action, doing things like free hugs, documenting it. And I got July 18th is my birthday, so really like working things up to around that phase is going to be important. And having World Free Hugs Day again on my birthday, July 18th. So I want to be able to make sure that the platform's like ready to go by then, and we'll have it open to the public, and we'll have people like tagging us on Instagram and getting you guys involved through the shift challenges, the social media challenges, and yeah. So you guys let me know. That's pretty much everything there is to explain right now. And again, really keeping it simple. So it's like, check it out, Paradigm Shift Central. Come into the public chat once it's ready to do so. And if you want to go deeper as a leading member and get your stuff like published and work with the team and get involved with the Synergy Circle broadcast and other things, all sorts of cool stuff, become a leading member, and yeah, and just like be involved in whatever way works for you. And I really appreciate you guys just like holding space for the creation of this. Again, like there's people who are just discovering Paradigm Shift today. There are people who have been a part of it for several years. So wherever and whenever you came across this, thank you so much for being a part of this and just really allowing it to be something that is a co-created experience. So I'm really excited. I love the idea of creating those containers for consciousness to just be able to create and play and dance with. And so going back, very simple, just to conclude, again, going back to the intention of seeing this as like a land where we're creating this place for celebration and collaboration. The objective out of this is to be able to transform, create transformation of consciousness, transformation as leaders, to be like an incubation space to inspire people. So in the same way, you would go to like a festival, like a hippie festival party, a hippie party in the woods or whatever, and you're like connecting with the land, you're connecting with like your ancient roots, like your ancient wisdom, bringing in like the ancient energy with that, and then like putting it into new ways of telling stories and telling, and reflecting, what is the story that we're telling, and how can we use that to help change the world? How can we use the magic of media, the media medicine, to help like create a difference and yeah, and really just be able to celebrate at the same time. So I'm really looking forward to just being able to really slowly move things forward and just be able to invite people into the space and co-create and really just do it in the best way possible. So thank you for holding space for that, and please feel free to just leave some comments after you've watched this. Let me know that you watched this, and if you're interested in just being like, yo, I want to be like, maybe just go ahead, let me know. Just be like, yo, I'd love to be a leading member once it's open, once it's available. Absolutely, you can let me know ahead of time and keep an eye open for that. Again, there's still more updates I gotta do. I gotta finish like updates on the app, the Discord server, the website, the Patreon, and the Instagram. All of those things, they all interconnect. It's all like a nexus, it's all a network. And yeah, but soon enough, it will all be there, and the gears will be spinning and things will be moving forward, and that's the exciting part, because that's when we really get to play. It's still play right now, we're just like getting things ready. So I'm very excited just to be able to do this work, knowing what we are working towards. So thank you again so much for watching this video, for taking the time to be able to share this time with me, and as always, I look forward to being able to co-create this dream together. So don't check out ParadigmShiftCentral.com just yet, unless it's like a week after this video, because I'm still doing updates. But go ahead and leave a comment nonetheless, and stay tuned as the updates continue to unfold. And as always, keep it shifty, and I will see you in the future. Thank you so much for all that you do. Much love, peace, and wholeness. Oh, and Dallin says hi. Dallin, say hi. All right, see you guys soon. Much love.